Well, I guess we are still processing everything. I mean, it was a long 2 weeks. A lot of emotions came back. A lot of information was given that maybe we didn't know. Um, so we are still processing.
Okay, do you want to share perspective on that? Where are you at?
I'm still up in the air, especially with the emotions. I mean, I'm glad that we're able to put a little bit of this behind us. That the decision made yesterday by the jurors uh, gave us a little small of relief. Um, just glad that this part is over.
Not many people have been in a situation where they're waiting for a jury to return a verdict. What is that like for you both? Those 3 hours or so that the jury had the case. Are you trying not to think about it? Is it all you can think about? Walk me through that.
It's almost like it's kind of both. Um, you're wondering how long it's going to take. Is it better if they take longer or shorter? We had a lot of support with family members and friends, and just to kind of keep our minds off of it. So it was difficult waiting.
What was running through your mind when you found out that they had returned a verdict?
I was a little surprised. Um, Not that it came back quickly, but that it came back at the time that I kind of was expecting it to go into the next day.
You?
I I had faith. I had hope. Um, I'm just glad that the decision that they made, I believe, was the right one.
Um, Talk about it was 2 weeks, like you said, a long 2 weeks. I don't think anything can fully prepare you for that. And correct me if I'm wrong. But just generally speaking, walk me through the experience of sitting in there every day, all day, and hearing. I'm assuming maybe you learned some things that you didn't know. Well, what is that process like sitting in that front row where we saw you?
It was difficult to, you're basically reliving that day. And honestly, there was some things that we didn't know about what happened. Um, and just hearing things from the other side, things that were said, it just brought just a whole array of emotions.
It was it was to me, an opportunity to finally meet the person who took our son face to face. Um, Being able to show the show the court that we're present, we're there, and we're going nowhere until this ends, until it's completed, this process.
You had a strong showing every day of family support and friend support. I'm
Oh,
assuming the
yes.
side was full.
Yes, yes. Friends, family, checking in on us, the ones that couldn't be there.
Sure. What was it, to your point, what was it like sitting in the same room for 2 weeks with that person?
And sometimes it was difficult, but I had to keep reminding myself that this is the process. This is what must be done. And you clear your mind and you focus on the prosecuting attorney. You focus on the judge, and you just take it all in.
Is it, obviously the judge touched on this with the jury, defendant's not required to testify. You always wonder what, if you get him face to face and ask him a question, is that something that eats at you? Why?
That's my biggest question is, like they said, I don't think we're ever going to have a why. And based on things revealed in court, I don't think he would ever tell us why.
Is that something you just have to live with?
Unfortunately, but we know that God has a purpose. It's not ours to question.
What was it like listening to his fellow officers? I know they brought all of them up to kind of paint the picture of what they encountered when they got there that day. Was that emotional for you? Because I know a lot of them were very close.
Yes, it was very emotional, and it just goes to show that police officers are human. They're not just robots out there protecting the city. They are human.
Did you know most of what had unfolded that day, or did any of their testimony shed new light for you as to the efforts that they made?
It did, because everybody has a different view, a different perception, and to be able to see not only the police officers but some of the other witnesses that stepped forward, their view of what happened, it brought a lot of light, gave us a different vision of everything.
I feel like we heard from at least 10 or 12 of them, and it felt a little repetitive, but each person I felt like was able to kind of shed their own perspective
Yes.
onto what transpired. And I heard that Gore's office touched on the willingness of having all of these witnesses to participate, because they don't always get that kind of cooperation. I assume that's something you guys both appreciate, is having everyone being willing to come forward.
Very much so, and I wasn't even aware that there were that many witnesses to what happened. Yeah. Very appreciative towards them.
That
It,
struck me.
well, it tells me that the Tower Grove neighborhood is a family, and that if something happens to one of them, they're all going to step up. And I was very happy to see that.
Are you willing to tell me if you believe this person is mentally ill?
You want to say I got?
Yes.
We can both say something. Go ahead.
The definition that was given about mental ill people is that it described everyday people. We're all under stress. We're all under duress. We all have trauma somewhere in our life. But the thing is, we still have to make choices, and we have to make good choices. That's why we have laws. Laws to help direct us and how we are supposed to act and respond in society. That's why we have police officers, to help enforce those laws. And that's why police officers are needed. Go ahead.
In my opinion, I believe, yes, there's something wrong with him, but I don't believe that he fit the definition of not guilty by reason of insanity. And I think it's ridiculous that he was allowed to use the time, resources of the taxpayers to try to prove something that he knew was not true.